trade it all.
Hi, I'm Phoebe from PENSA Warwick, and today we're at the Christian Creative Summit and with Adessy from Adessy Vlogs, also the founding creator of the Navigate series. First, I need to ask, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Right, so the first question I have, and I feel like you get this a lot, is why did you start YouTube?
Why did I start YouTube?
Yeah.
I started YouTube I started it because I just wanted to share advice and share my experiences in an honest way that wasn't fluffy. So I started my channel in 2015 when I was doing A-levels, and I was just like, why is it that A-levels are like a slap in the face and no one told me that it was hard? So I felt like I needed to tell people the truth so that they knew the truth. And then regarding like just keeping it on in uni, it was mainly because I was having so much fun. I was like, oh my gosh, let me vlog it. Let me show people what it's like. And that's essentially why Adessy Vlogs started. So yeah.
Right. So I'm kind of going on from that. How do you think your Christianity kind of intermingled with your YouTube?
I think I wasn't necessarily intentionally trying to like make
Christian vlog,
ever. I don't think that was ever. I don't even consider myself a Christian blogger. I just consider myself like, I don't even consider myself a vlogger. I just make content that happens to be on YouTube. That's so weird, but like I've detached myself from every label. But I just think it would always just come up in conversation, or Christianity, or just knowing Jesus is part of who I am. It's like embedded in me. So if I'm talking about like I was praying today and this is what happened, or God told me this, like I would just say it as it is. Because I think one of like, I think a big video that I made was like my A-level testimony.
I remember that.
And people who weren't Christians were like, oh my gosh, I needed this. I was just like, yeah, because God told me I was coming to Warwick. And it's stuff like, I have to say my truth. I can't say it was an accident. I don't think I was put here by accident. So yeah, I think it's just about being honest.
And how does your like Christianity play into like, I don't want to say the concept, but like, do you know the industry that you're in? Do you think it comes out in all the work that you do? Like even in the Navigate series, even though it's very like focused on adulting and stuff, I still can just feel it when you watch it.
I think it's mainly because I think everything I create, I aim to just be light and show that you don't have to necessarily focus on the negative in order to tell something good, essentially. And like with creating Navigate series, it was created like I was in a really painful position personally, but I knew that I wasn't the only one going through it, so I could make other people feel better by showing conversations about things that actually happen. But even in regards to like, because I work in TV now, learning to be a light in TV is so hard because you're not the only one coming up with ideas. You're working on other people's ideas, and then you realize that the industry is quite dark, and it's like, whoa, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be like. So I think it's just learning to just let the Holy Spirit guide you in situations, and being comfortable in who you are and being bold about it. I'm learning more and more to be bold. It's so easy to be a Christian around other Christians, but doing it in the real world is scary.
So I was gonna say, no pun intended, but how do you navigate
Everyone says this.
how do you navigate your writer's block, or like when content, not even writer's block, but like when content isn't coming up, you're running out of ideas? Like even you're talking about your industry when everyone has ideas, there are points when you're working in TV and film that you're like, it's just not coming, it's just not working.
Writer's block, I think the best way to navigate it for me is just through watching a lot of content. So I watch literally everything, YouTube, Netflix, Amazon, podcasts. I just consume as much, because I think when you watch a lot of things, it sparks ideas. But I also combat writer's block from just having loads of conversations with people, and just embracing life and enjoying life. So I go to concerts, I go to the theatre, I just have chill sessions. I just have fun, because I think sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves to create the story, when sometimes the story could be right under your nose. You just have to experience it.
So this is a question that was also asked on the panel, but how were your parents in the process of you? I remember I saw a video of them coming to like.
Oh, you watched your channel?
I've watched your channel.
Are you actually serious?
I promise, year 11, like I was actually, I didn't even know what Warwick was until I hadn't watched the channel, but that's right. This is not besides the point.
Okay,
I saw your parents come to visit you one time, and they were just so bubbly, and I was just wondering, like, how did they take on to you joining the creative industry? Because obviously a lot of people from African households, they kind of struggle to convince their parents if it's not medicine or law? Like, how did you kind of have that conversation with them?
To be honest, I think my parents are kind of anomalies.
Yeah.
They're very, very supportive of me being creative, essentially, because I think they ended up doing jobs that paid them well, but they weren't happy in it, or it wasn't their passion, and they didn't want their children to make the same mistakes as they did. So my parents are very supportive in me doing creativity or creative things, as long as I went to university and as long as I was serious in it.
Yeah.
So for example, my mum believes that if I'm going to do this TV thing, I need to be making serious money. Like, she didn't send her daughter to Warwick to be playing. So I have to constantly show that this is what I want. But every now and then, if I'm complaining about my job, I'm like, you can always go to banking. So I just have to keep quiet. So like, okay, mom,
I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Like, obviously, they're accepting and embracing what I'm doing. Would they prefer me to do a bit of banking a little bit? They might have, but they would never say that. They'd always say, whatever God called you to do, or whatever you wanted to do is what you're going to do.
So just quick follow-up, like, did you never ever see yourself in any other industry besides creative?
I didn't think I was going to be fully creative until I got into work. I thought I was going to do law. Then I thought I was going to go into civil service. Then I thought I was going to do marketing. Then I did work experience in marketing. I was like, no. Work experience in advertising. I was like, no. And then I thought, I literally went down a lot of different paths, but deep down, I wanted to be a creative because I wanted a life that was just different to just getting a nice job and then coming home to a comfy house. I wanted to actually make an impact in what I do.
So, speaking about your experience here at Warwick, if you could describe your uni experience in one word, like, what would that be?
Lit.
Just lit.
I know that's such a cringe word.
It will age.
It will age.
You're watching back and be like, lit.
Oh my gosh, Adessy.
One word.
One word. That's a good question.
It was a long time.
It was 2 years ago.
Not a long time ago, but I mean it was a long period of time.
I thought you were going to try them. So I'm like, sis, we're not that far
apart.
I'm joking. What did I say? I say insightful. And that's just in regards to so many areas, because I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about my friends, about the career I wanted to do, about opportunities, about trying new experiences, and I genuinely had a lot of fun doing it. So
Would you have any advice for any freshers, first years, even just undergrads in general?
Undergrads,
especially at this uni, because there's a lot of pitfalls and subtins.
I say live your best life.
Right.
That's my genuine advice in regards to the fact that your time at uni is short, so you have to make the most of it, and you can't assume that life will get so much better when you graduate. If that makes sense, because this is the one opportunity where you're in a melting pot with people from different cultures, people who are doing different things, and this is like the groundwork for your network in the future. So make the most of trying out different opportunities, meeting new people, trying out different opportunities, meeting new people, experiencing things you never would have experienced otherwise, because when you leave, you have to pay bills and you have to have the real job, and then 9 to 5 or 9 till 6 is your time period, so everything else happens after that. You have freedom now. Live your best life. So
Okay, and then a final question. So do you have any advice for people willing or wanting to get into the creative industry?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say create your own content. Make the content that you want to see, whether that's photography, videography, podcasts, or writing. And I'd say just keep pushing, because people are going to say no before they say yes, but someone will say yes.
Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Do you want to shout yourself out?
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, Twitter and Instagram at Adessy, and you can check out my YouTube at Adessy.
Thank you so much.
God says in Jeremiah, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Graduating class, hear me well on this day. When you have reached the hilltop and you are deciding on next jobs, next steps, careers, further education, you would rather find purpose than a job or a career. Purpose crosses disciplines. Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are on the planet at this particular time in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you are here to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. When I dare to challenge the system that would relegate us to victims and stereotypes with no clear historical backgrounds, no hopes or talents, when I questioned that method of portrayal, a different path opened up for me. The path to my destiny. When God has something for you, it doesn't matter who stands against it. God will move someone that's holding you back away from a door and put someone there who will open it for you. If it's meant for you, I don't know what your future is, but if you're willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it. Now, this is your time. The light of new realization shines on you today. Howard's legacy is not wrapped up in the money that you will make, but the challenges that you choose to confront. As you commence to your past, press on with pride and press on with purpose. God bless you.